We do it live. We're doing it live. Dude, honestly, YouTube's AI is probably so talented at this point. It probably knows exactly what I'm drinking. I don't even know why I'm telling people to not to spam that it's apple juice. You know, it's like people know. People gotta know at this point. Oh my god, man. Oh, we already have somebody in here. That's so sick. If you're in here, please drop a "I'm in here" corn pop. That would be fantastic. Man, it's been a super. Oh, M says hello. Hello, M. How are we doing? Howdy. Oh, somebody says howdy. Cat in the Hat 415 says howdy. Excuse me. Meech's Meaner says such a funny name for the stream name. Yeah, my friend actually told me to to call it CORNHUB. I'm actually thinking about renaming this whole channel CORNHUB, to be honest, because I think that's hysterical. Dale, y'all, please drop some corns in the chat for Dale. They're one of my most loyal followers on TikTok. Dale, how you doing, by the way? Meech's Miner says, thanks for keeping me level-headed during this whole Elon Musk BS. Listen, we cannot under any circumstances give that man more power than he already has. That man literally bought himself a seat right inside the Oval Office and right down the road from the White House as well. You know, he literally has an office in DC, which is just like such an undue amount of influence. You know, there's no reason to give him more of your attention than he's already going to get from you. Like, that man is going to be in the press no matter what we think about it. By the way, guys, can you guys hear me very well? Okay, okay. Obviously, you can hear me if I'm up here. Can you hear me well if I'm over here? Okay, if you can hear me well while I'm on this side of the mic, that would be super good to know. Can you please just drop it in the chat to say, Corn Pop, I can hear you. Corn Papa, I hear you. Okay, guys, I'm going to drink out of my apple juice container. Please say in the chat that this is apple juice. Corn Pop. Dude, I love Stella so much. I love Stella so much. It's just so Corn Dad. Oh God, Corn Dad is less well when you're further. Apple juice. Oh, okay. So people, okay, I'm gonna move over here so you guys are being talked to directly. Okay, because that's what you deserve, everybody. That's what you deserve. How we doing? Are we doing good? You guys feeling generally like you're not feeling like dying a little? Huh? Because I don't know if I could say that I'm feeling the same way. Damn, when I just did that just now with my jaw, I kind of looked like Ariana. I think I looked like Ariana Grande when she was singing in Wicked. Just, you know, her underbite in that movie is really something. I know that obviously she's so talented as a vocalist, so I'm not like knocking her for that. It's just that some of the clips I see from Wicked, I really am kind of wowed. I'm just like, wow, you are like a goblin shark, dislocating your whole jaw. Let me see here. Gosh, okay. Eccentric says we can hear you. Junia says good evening, Corn Papa. Okay, hello everybody. Chloe Cat says CORNHUB is a great name. Classic porn cop. Yeah, classic porn cop indeed. Sleepyhead said maybe a little. Kale Super says, wow, today's been crazy. Jonathan Stewart says, good evening, Lord of Corn. Good evening, everybody. Cat in the Hat says, I don't not feel like dying. And says, oh God. Yo, I'll drop an F in the chat for Cat in the Hat for 145. Eccentric Dream says, insert Bo Burnham gif of your choice to how I feel. Oh, I am not feeling good. Let me see. Junior says, I can't die at the moment. There's lectures to attend and assignments to be done. Oh, wow. Damn. Junior, you're in college and you're dealing with this shit? That sucks. Let me see here. Rachel says, heart, Rachel. Dale says, I feel like I'm definitely not sober and feeling okay about it. Hell yeah, brother. Junior says, Goblin Shark. Yeah, dude, listen, when Ariana Grande is singing in Wicked, there's points where she's put that jaw so far forward that like you could play cornhole with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be honest, you know, like even during No One Mourns the Wicked, like there's moments where her jaw is all the way out here. You know, it looks like a Tupperware container just waiting for your leftovers. Like, it's crazy. Now, granted, you know, it's what allows her to sing good. I'm not saying that she doesn't sing good. Okay, I'm not saying that she's not hitting that shit. I'm just saying that her jaw is just out there. All right, so let's just settle there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, Junior, absolutely right. Like she's hitting those notes, absolutely right? And that's why I don't have a problem with her job being any kind of way. Before this stream, guys, I was actually watching the movie Spring Breakers with Adam Sandberg, and man, that was such a good distraction from the rest of today. Although I gotta also be real, I was so sad when I got off the movie after a certain point and I saw all the shit that Trump had been signing. I was like, oh damn. Oh damn. It's actually really bad out there for sure. And the night's not even over. So I'll be trusting you guys over the course of the next 52 minutes to tell me all the things that I'm missing, because I'm not gonna be able to look at the headlines. You guys are gonna have to tell me what you're seeing on your phones. Excuse me. Because last I checked, he had ended transgender service in the military. He had said that he was going to end birthright citizenship, although we knew that, but now he's like officially saying it. He'd also said that he's officially going to put a 25% tariff on everything coming from Canada and Mexico, which is insane. He also fully withdrew the United States from the Paris Climate Accord and also from the World Health Organization, which is super good now that we have hypemavirus and also norovirus circulating all over the South. And then also we have bird flu, which continues to spread completely unabated. I'm generally feeling good. I'm feeling like I'm going to make it to 30. You guys, anybody who's here who feels like who is below the age of 30, who feels like they're going to make it to 30, drop a 30 in the chat. Oh my God. Y'all, okay, I have a real question. Do you guys ever look at your facial structure sometimes inside of these angles, and you just think like, damn, I really look like my ethnicity. I really do, because I'm half Russian and I'm half Turkish, and I've come to understand that the Russian side of me is like half of the Russian side of me anyway is like Jewish, because I was born to a woman who is Jewish. And man, oh man, sometimes I just look at my facial structure. I'm just like, that Turkishness and Jewishness is there for sure. I feel like I just look it all the time. Let me see. Rachel says 30 March, dude. Hell yeah, brother. Junior says, how long until the regular human transmission of bird flu? Dude, I don't know, man. I mean, when you mean Junior, do you mean like human to human transmission of bird flu? I mean, oh my God, dude. I have no idea, guys. I'm gonna be honest. Like every time that I read epidemiologists and virologists talk about bird flu, it always sounds like it's like 1 weekend away from it just being utter bedlam out there in the streets. So I don't really know. My big bet though is that it will be before the end of 2025 that we will see like human to human transmission of bird flu for sure. Dale says I'm 30 in April. Oh, well, I mean, I'm glad that you're going to I'm glad your birthday is in the spring. That's great. My birthday is in the dead of winter, and it sucks ass because it's like, okay, well, you're older now. Hope you don't die after it gets colder than this. Like, it's not very good. Slendy says, so happy you are alive. Just some stability in the chaos of it all, dude, for real. Cat in the Hat 145 says, when will RFK Jr. get bird flu, though? Dude, I mean, knowing him and how much he like drinks raw milk and shit, I mean, probably not that late after it becomes like actually spreading between humans, Junior says yes, human to human, LOL. The possibility of evolution is scary, dude. So real. Junior says 20 in June. Oh my God, I didn't realize that I had literal children in this. I'm just kidding, Junior. Damn, dude. Wow, you're really coming of age right now at such a crazy time. I have a question for you, Junior. Is there anything that you are excited about in terms of the idea of like when you think about being 25, is there anything that you're like excited for at all? Same to all the people who aren't 30 in the chat. Like when you guys think about hitting 30, is there anything that you're excited about when you think about yourself being 30? Like anything at all? I'm just curious. I have my own thoughts certainly, and I'll read out your responses, of course. But like I'm like 4 years away from being 30, and like when I think about 4 years from now, I'm just like. I'll take the Glock. I'll take it. Actually, I'll take the head-on collision with the 18-wheeler. I don't even want to. Like, I'm already so young and nimble and spry and able to get over things. Being older than this and everything being insane. Oh my God. No way. Junior says vet school. Oh, that's nice. Okay, Junior, I'm excited for you to go to vet school too, because we need vets for sure. Slendy says 25 on Monday on the 27th. Dude, hell yeah, brother. I remember being 25. We got these young whippersnappers sitting here. Let me see here. God, I feel like I'm being absolutely obliterated by these lights. There we go. Now that's like a little more human. Oh, now I kind of look like I'm bathing in mustard. Let me see. Kale Soup says I'm 23, and at this point, I don't even know. Yeah, I mean, like, I also don't know, to be honest, Kale Soup, because it's like when I was 23. I also remember feeling like, wow, I don't really know what the rest of the decade looks like, because when I was 23, it was 2021, and Biden had like just taken office, and I was like, well, I hope he does it. I hope that he like gets that shit done, and he did not get that shit done. He actually just made me feel way more alone and scared. Sleepyhead says, oh. Poltergeist Party says, "Oh wow, I'm old." How old are you, Poltergeist Party? Dale says, "I already got a pacemaker." Oh shit, dude, that is tough. I hope that is like doing okay for you. So I'm not counting the years before they pass. Hell yeah, brother. That's exactly how I would think about it too. Junior says, I can't even conceptualize being 25, let alone 30, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, like when I was 20 and junior, I also could not conceptualize being 25, but then I hit 25 before I knew it. What do you know? Sometimes your parents and your grandparents are right. Like sometimes it turns out that you really will just see it, that your life blinks in the snap of an eye. Excuse me. And I mean, yeah, like when I was 25, I also could not even imagine seeing 30, but like here I am almost about to turn 27, and I'm just like, damn, 30 is closer than I thought. Oh my gosh. Junior says, especially now. Why do you say especially now? I am curious about that. Guys, what did everybody do to get away from the craziness of the day? At one point, I was like, "Oh, I'm not going to listen to the inauguration," because I felt like that listening to the inauguration was kind of like a death knell to my own mental health. But then I did. Then I did actually listen to the inaugural speech, and that was absolutely the wrong choice. I actually did feel very much like I was ready to perish from the earth by like the middle point of it. Emily Hayes says, sorry. M says, we also lost 2 years to lockdown, though. Damn, yeah, I guess I didn't even think about that. Like, if you're in college, I mean, like, because I graduated college in the spring that lockdown started happening, so I can't even imagine that. Emily Hayes says, "I'm 24, and when I think about being 30, I have a little panic attack. It feels like time flies so fast, dude. Hell yeah, man." And you know what else is crazy, Emily Hayes, is that a lot of people don't even make it to 30. A lot of people like get all the way through their 20s and like don't actually hit that 30 mark. That I don't know why, but I've actually thought about that a lot in the last few weeks. I've thought about how there are people who actually make it all the way to 29, and then just for unfortunate reasons, they just don't actually end up making it to 30. And that really kind of it steals my breath a little bit, because it's like, yeah, dude, like things can really just go away like that. Sleepyhead says, read Learning Some Spanish, chill with fam. Ooh, what are you reading? Sleepyhead. Dale says, I watched it with my grandma, and we had a great time talking shit. I am so glad for you, Dale. I was not able to watch it with anybody. I was just kind of shit talking to myself. And then I was like, oh my God, wow, this is really it. They're really doing it. And also, I found it so ominous when Trump was over here like, yeah, we should just do this in the rotunda every year. And I was like, oh, I guess we're just going to change tradition now, because this motherfucker wants it. Junior says, especially now in the context of the state of the world, I guess. Oh yeah, dude, for real. Everything's so uncertain, just living through history and can't do much about it. Yeah, I mean, like that's so real, Junior. Like I've been dealing with like climate dread since I was like 19 or 20 years old. And every year that passed, I just like could not even conceive of another one, because I was just like, look around, like everything's kind of, things fall apart. It's like the book title says, but ultimately speaking, we continue on, right? Like we march on through time. We persist, as much as the liberals would like to say. Sleepyhead says 1984. Oh, light reading? Yeah, for sure. For sure. Very light reading. Very light reading. M says, I watched it while gardening and couldn't believe it was real. Yeah, I mean, wait, M, when you say gardening, do you mean in the dirt or by yourself, if you know what I mean? Skylar Everett says, Sleepyhead, I've started braiding sweetgrass and it's great. Braiding sweetgrass is fantastic. I do love that book a lot. I really appreciate any book that gets into how it is that people kind of like unlearned ecology, only to realize that, like, yeah, you should probably pay attention to it, which is always very, very funny. Oh, M says not the dirt. Oh, okay. So you were just by yourself. God, I thought about doing something like that, M, but there was just no way. The idea of me like gardening while Trump was being sworn in, I just felt like that would have been the worst choice possible for my mental health. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, all power to you. All power to you. I was working today. That's what I was doing with my time, because my company decided not to give today off. And I gotta say, yeah. Em says it did not help. It did not help, which is so real. Mm. Y'all, do you guys like this painting I did behind me? I'm just gonna show it to you because I just want to now. I made this like 2 years ago. Like 2-ish years ago. And I think it's a fun one. I would love to know what you guys think about it. But yeah, I did this a little while ago. And normally I have my fiance's puffer fish that she painted up here. But I wanted to just change up the imagery that all of you see. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. Sleepyhead says, thank you for the rec. M says it didn't help. Emily Hayes says, happened to have a physical therapy appointment right when he was doing his speech. I was able to get away from it for a little bit. Going on Twitter and catching up on what I missed was interesting. Damn, dude. I bet it was very interesting to catch up on that. Kale Soup says 10 out of 10 would see it in art gallery. Oh, that's so nice of you, Kale Soup. In case you guys don't know, I paint for a hobby very consistently, and I have all sorts of paintings all throughout this room. I did not do this one though. Obviously, this is a recreation of Dancers by Matisse, and I am so grateful that we found it in literally on the side of the road. Isn't that so funny? Somebody put out on the road by the side of their house this wonderful, like, huge recreation of this incredible painting. And for some reason they just didn't want it. So, whatever, their losses are our gain, I guess. But, honestly, I think that this next 4 years of Trump, I think it's going to create a huge renaissance of visual and audible art as well. My big hope for the next 4 years is that we finally get 10 corns out of 10 corns. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. 10 ears out of 10 ears. I love it. My big hope out of the next Trump administration, or at least one of them, is that popular artists actually start making like overtly political art again. Like, it's not enough to just have like your political messages couched in metaphor. You know what I mean? Like, I really want to see people like Jesse Wells like pop up out of nowhere, right? I want to see Billie Eilish do more than like wear a pin about Palestine. I want to see her like make a song about it. You know what I mean? Just to realize that like there's no escaping it. Like the government will literally start making you pick sides at a point when they become fascistic enough. Let me see. Emily Hayes says, I'm a painter too. What is your favorite medium? Gouache paint for sure. Go_ says, we're in the worst timeline, bros. It's so hard not to go full doomer. For sure it is so hard not to go doomer, but we kind of owe it to ourselves not to go doomer, because like that is literally what fascists want, right? Fascists want us to think that the only possible victory is absolute victory, and they want us to have this binary that says that it is only absolute victory or nothing, because that way every single setback is absolute despair worthy, right? And like we don't owe it to ourselves to give them that narrative so easily, right? Like it truly needs to be now that until we have proof that it is fucking over, that it is not over, and that there is still things worth fighting for. There's always things worth fighting for. There's always fights worth losing, for that matter. We owe it to ourselves to learn that history of our country, that like people against insurmountable odds, against cops being formally associated with strikebreakers, against cops being formally associated with the Klan, against tons and tons of paramilitaries existing all over the country, dotting it, peppering it from South Carolina up to Maine, that people still got out in the streets at risk of being lynched, at risk of having their houses burned down, at risk of having their bank accounts drained. They still did it because at a point, it is about the dignity. It is about the honor that you can bring to yourself by being a person who fought, and I think that is so worth it. I want us all to remember that no matter what, as we go into the next 4 years. At a point, it's about the fights. And I do believe all of us can fight. I do believe all of us can fight in our own ways. It doesn't have to be you being out there in the street with a club. It can also be you supporting people mentally, supporting people with your time, supporting people with your words, supporting people with your money if you have it, whatever. There's all manners of way to fight. Slendy says, oh, like a renaissance in a way. Yeah, for sure. Zach Searcy says, I paint too. Is your work online? Not really. I haven't really posted a lot of my work, to be honest. M says, I'm worried that artists won't, though, now that the risk is too high. Well, I don't know, M, because back in the 1950s, there was literal McCarthyism where like artists were actually formally blacklisted from Hollywood. They were formally blacklisted from the music industry. And there were still artists who were willing to be like hauled in front of Congress and testify that they would not be bullied, they would not be silenced, they would not have their art stripped away from them. And some of them were sentenced to prison for it. And some of them got in the position where they could never take jobs until the 1970s, and they still did it. They still stood by their guns. I think that there are people who will do that again. Let me see here. Emily Hayes says, do you think artists will be more afraid of retribution from the government, though? I mean, not any more afraid than artists have shown themselves to be in the past. You know, I'm going to be honest. Like, the government of the 1950s and 60s was incredibly retributive, and people still made it a point to tell the government to their faces in the halls of Congress, "You will not take away my voice. You can take away my money, you can take away my ability to work, but you won't take away my voice. I'll still be making art." And I think we have something to learn from that. Junior says, I think if any artist with a strong political message and voice were to break out, they would be more obscure rather than any major artist right now. Well, I don't know, man. I mean, like, Jesse Helms is like a pretty overtly political artist, and like he has like hundreds of thousands of followers in TikTok, and he has like hundreds of thousands of listeners a month on Spotify. So like, I don't know. Proletariat Paris says, I love CORNHUB. Guys, don't we all love CORNHUB? All right, we get to talk about the length of the ears, the girth of the ears, the best method of shucking, all the ways of preparing. I love it too. Nut Biver says, watched with my Trump supporter mom and tried to have a normal conversation, but it became a little tiff. There's nuance because her birthday was like the day after the election. Damn, Nut Biver, I'm sorry. That actually sucks a lot, man. You should have said that Trump winked at the camera just for her birthday, just to see if she'd believe it. M says, I think we'll see a lot of TikTokers become overtly political after this. I'm already starting to see people say more radical and direct things. Yeah, I mean, especially after, like people don't seem to get that. Like, the TikTok ban truly was a radicalizing moment, no matter what people want to think about it. Like, people are not going to go back to pretending that the ban didn't happen, right? Because to pretend the ban didn't happen is to close your eyes and ears to the things you actually lived through. And people can't do that. Like, they know that the government chose to, at least even if just for dramatic effect, get rid of the way that they connect with other people and ostensibly people's incomes, even if that wasn't going to stick around. And I mean, hell, Trump's already fucking up one of his promises, right? People assumed that if Trump got in office, that he would sign like a 90-day ban. Well, according to reporting from the New York Times and the Washington Post, it's going to be a 75-day ban, right? So like, already we see a shirking of the sorts of things that he promised to his supporters who depend on the app in order to connect with other people and to make money. And that's tough, you know? So let's see here. Zach seriously says, Tropicalia artist movement in 60s Brazil would be good to research. Yeah, absolutely. Wait, Zach, seriously, correct me if I'm wrong, right? Like, that's part of the movement that gives rise to Bossa Nova. Am I correct about that? Chloe Cat says, yeah, I'd love to see artists actually speak out against shit, using their artists for advocacy. They have the moral responsibility to do so. Well, listen, Chloe Cat, if you listen to people on TikTok, they would say artists have no responsibility to do so until they want them to. And then only in the ways they want them to, you know? I guess for certain people, you have a responsibility as an artist to speak out against things. If you happen to say the wrong thing, and then you have the responsibility to come back out and you kind of rebut yourself. But in other instances, you don't have any responsibility at all. So it's always very interesting to see how that how that gets weaponized. Y'all, let's not forget that, by the way, today is Martin Luther King Day. I hope that some people found a way to honor Dr. King's legacy. I know that I did. I read through one of his speeches, which is one of my favorite speeches, which is Where Do We Go From Here? Which is so good, just because Dr. King in that speech deliberately does come out and say, yeah, we need to fully rethink the idea that if a country allows its citizens to be poor, there's something wrong with the country. And I think that's wonderful. The other reason that I love that speech so much, and also speeches like Beyond Vietnam and I've Been to the Mountaintop, is just because like those are speeches that like Democrats and Republicans alike, like for the most part, aren't going to mention. For some reason, they always want to mention I Have a Dream, which is of course like a really good speech, but like, I don't know, there's like 10 other speeches I would rather talk about with Martin Luther King than I Have a Dream. But I don't know, you know, obviously they're all good for their own reasons. But to know especially that Trump of all people got inaugurated for a second time on Martin Luther King Day, just that shit stings, man. It sucks. It sucks a whole lot. Oh man. Oh man. It's so easy for me just to talk and talk and talk. You guys know what I mean? And the thing is that I'm like Brett Kavanaugh. I love beer. I drink beer. I like beer. Let me see here. Junior says, been seeing pure slop on TikTok about how Dr. King was super conservative. What do they mean? What? People are saying on TikTok that Dr. King was conservative in what way? In the fact that he was like a preacher? In the fact that he was like a Christian? Like what what is the justification people are even giving to that? That doesn't even make any sense. Um, let me see here. Sleepyhead says you boof beer. I do. I boof beer. I have to boof something now that I can't boof the Hummer SUV I said I would if Blue Non was correct. All right. Um, but you know that's just the price I pay for people coming to their sanity. Slendy says, "Hope you have a good support system to keep yourself sane and all this." I do. It's called Stella and Artois. Nut Viver says, "From all the Republicans I know, Joe's like incoherence and as they call it, dementia and how it was handled is part of the root with all their distaste in the last 4 years." Yeah, yeah. I mean, so Nut Viver, when I was at the Trump victory rally yesterday, one of the things I heard pretty consistently from people was that they just didn't like the fact that Biden never seemed like he was trying to do anything. Like Biden always seemed like that the only thing he knew how to come out and do with his full chest was just talk about how Trump was bad, but it didn't actually matter with like things that he wanted to do for the regular person. And that was really interesting to me because when I would interrogate that with them more, I had a couple people though who dead ass brought up his mental state and were just like, yeah, every time I saw him, he always just seemed like a dying old man, and I just wondered like, is that really our president? Like, am I supposed to like want to vote for that guy again? And of course, like I couldn't really say anything to that because I was like, yeah, I didn't want to vote for Joe Biden either. What the fuck? But it's just it's crazy, because I think that a lot of liberal pundits will look at Trump supporters and just be like, these people don't know how to read. They actually only vote against their self-interest. And it's like, well, I mean, like, certainly there are like people who vote in red counties who have like just since they were little kids had a lower grade education because their counties literally just like didn't have the funds to fund education well. So like I get that, but at the same time, it's like, well, they can see with their eyes, dude. They like know that Biden isn't good at talking. They know that Biden isn't good at communicating his own vision, right? They can see that he's slower than Trump even. So like, what do you want them to do? Cat in the Hat 145 says, "Don't worry, Kamala." Oh, hell yeah. Kamala is waiting for the clock to strike midnight. Yeah, no, for real. Before she has a SEAL Team 6 break into the West Wing, and then she bends Trump over a table and spanks him with a pool cue. Absolutely. M says, "I celebrated by resting on his day as he'd want black people to do. LOL." Dude, hell yeah, brother. Zach Cersei says, "Tropicalia was a way to hide political messaging and beautiful music under authoritarian governments. Just saying, if it gets real bad, then forms of camouflage can play an important role in the arts." No, for real. Absolutely, Zach Cersei. Nut Viber says, "No, exactly. LOL." Oh, what's up? The Glenn Crack Show is here. One of my most loyal followers. I'm here for my corn poppers. We're here for you, Corn Poppy. Jonah Ellis says, "Just applied for a teaching licensure program. His declaration on gender terrifies me as an NB future educator." Yeah, dude. I mean, like, it would terrify the fuck out of me too, to be honest. Trump has made it very clear. And again, I really encourage you guys in the comments, like, please drop whatever new things you're seeing in the news so I can like talk about them and like see them for a second. Just because like for the hour or for the next 30 minutes anyway, I literally cannot see any updates on like what's happening. So like whatever you guys are seeing, just let me know. But yeah, Trump in the executive actions I've seen him take thus far has really made it clear that like the United States is going to isolate, the United States is going to target the people internally it wants to target. That's all there is to it. I mean, when asked about Gaza and Israel, Trump literally said to a reporter, "That's their war. That's not our war." You know what I mean? So I feel like that whatever ceasefire has been brokered is probably not likely to last. Let me see here. Zoom says, "Hey, Corn Pop." Hey, Zooms. The Glenn Crack Show says, apparently the J6ers are getting busted out right now. Oh, yes, guys. In case you don't know, Trump did sign a pardon for like 1,500 people who got arrested and tried and convicted for January 6th. So, all the people who are participated in his capital push, or push, I guess. Yeah, they're scot-free now. So definitely nothing to worry about there for sure. Junior says, "I'm curious on your take concerning Trump's comments on Musk's knowledge of the voting machines in Philadelphia the day before inauguration. For the record, I'm not blue and on, but it was strange." I mean, listen. I actually held for a long time that it wasn't necessarily that I was like skeptical of the idea that Trump cheated his way into winning. It was more so that I was skeptical of how sure that all of the Blue Anon and like 4 a.m. club people were that some grand plan was hatching in the background in order to like strike at the perfect moment in order to get Trump, right? Because the thing I raised the day or so after the election when I started seeing this was that all I needed people to think about was why would they not strike while the iron was hot if any of this was true? Like, because the government knows way more than we think it does, right? This is like the basis of how people become skeptical of the government and its ability to infiltrate groups and to like dictate the directions of social movements. We know that they know a lot. And so I would imagine that Biden and his government being so careful about election integrity after 2020 probably would know about something like this. And if they did know something about this, excuse me, and they had some master plan to hold Trump accountable and Elon Musk accountable, why would they not literally announce it on November 7th or November 8th while people were still talking about the election, right? To wait and wait and wait and wait until after Christmas and wait until January 6th and wait until the inauguration. That is what seemed so just deeply funny in how implausible it was. So like I'm not throwing out the idea that Trump very well might have like fucked with the election. Like I that seems totally on brand for him. It's just like what I took an issue with was this like undying level of belief that Democrats were like going to white knight save us. You know, that just seems so ridiculous. RH Hattie says, I ended up training in the gym and meditating before and during the group meditation in honor of David Lynch's birthday. In honor, what? You were doing it in honor of David Lynch's birthday? Does David Lynch, the director, mean that much to you? That's very interesting to me. Sarah's Bookish Oh, what's up, Sarah? Sarah's Bookish Macaroon says, I tried to avoid the news for the most part today. Yeah. Aloe Chamomile says, wondering your thoughts on ADL's statement about Musk. I don't know what ADL said about Musk. Let's see. Let me see. Oh my God. Wow. The Anti-Defamation League is over here saying that Trump doing a literal Nazi salute is just fine. Okay. Well, I mean, fuck the ADL. I don't know. Like, that's insane. Zoom says there are those whom the law protects but does not bind, and those it binds but does not protect. Hell yeah, brother. I love that quote. Glenn Crack Show says New Republic says Vivek got kicked out of Doge for being annoying. I mean, yeah, like I don't know if you guys know, but oh my God. I forgot who this was. I think it was on American Prestige, where somebody who went to school with Vivek Ramaswamy said that while he was in school, he would raise his hand because he was like so focused on building a brand even back then that he would raise his hand in a V. Let me do it with his hand. He would raise his hand like in this V as a way of like trying to show people that he was already that guy. So I don't doubt at all that he was that he was just being annoying as shit. Jonah Ellis says Melania's outfit choice is very interesting in my opinion, looking like Oppenheimer. I loved her outfit choice, dude. She looked like those old cartoon detectives. And she also looked kind of like Michael Jackson. That was kind of cool, honestly. Wish she would have moonwalked while Trump was giving his address. Zach Searcy says, is it just me or do the Blue Nine people also have overlap with like psychics talking to intergalactic aliens? No, they 100% do, because like the people who embolden the Blue Non people are psychics and people who do like tarot readings and shit like that. Because those are the people who are literally being like, oh, it's in the astrology charts, the stars have foretold about this. And it's just like, all right, guys, well, I mean, we'll see. Let me see here. Cat in the Hat 145 says Vivek Whiplash posted too close to the sun. I mean, yeah, dude. Like Vivek Ramaswamy is a literal fucking idiot, and also he got tokenized, and just like how the quote goes, right? Like tokens get spent. So that's all there is to it. Jaden Armstead says, do you think we're gonna get a Jim Crow Great Depression mix or full on 1920s 40s Germany? I think it's much more the former, to be honest. I think that what's going to happen is that like Trump's going to create his in groups and his out groups. He's going to reward the in groups so insanely unethically, and the out groups are going to get so cruelly punished by the legal and economic system, all while the general economy just sinks and sags under his attempts to consolidate power and influence into his cronies. So yeah, that's what I think. I think we're going to see a style of like the 1870s depression mixed in with like late 1960s, early 1970s style, like de facto segregation being normalized in a lot of ways. So that's kind of what I think is going to happen. The Glenn Crack Show says some Blue Non are still going with the shadow government. Oh my God, dude. Good on them. I hope that they start writing shit on Wattpad then, dude. I hope they start writing on AO3. You know what I mean? Like at this point, like it's all wish fulfillment fanfic anyway. So might as well get jiggy with it. M says this whole Blue Non thing is exactly what happened in 2016 with Hillary Tuti. Is it really? I was too young at the time to even know that. Like I was not aware at all in 2016 about like what people did after the election. Did people really think that Hillary Clinton was like shadow running the government? That's insanity if that happened. Because Hillary Clinton is too annoying to shadow run a government. You know what I mean? Like she would break eventually. Like some staffer of hers would eventually leak it to some WAPO reporter that she was doing that. Like, and it wouldn't even be a leak. It would be her drunkenly telling this person to go do it. Same with Kamala Harris for that matter. Let me see here. M says, I remember people talking about how Bernie could still not Tumblr. Yeah, I mean, like I remember that meme for sure, M, where people were like, this is how Bernie can still win. I remember that very well. Slendy says, I thought it was interesting how Susie Wiles, the chief of staff, was wearing white in the crowd and in the camera view a ton during it. Reminded me of House of Cards. In what way do you mean, Slendy? Jinx says, oh, good. I thought I almost missed your live. No, Jinx, I will be on live from 9 to 10 p.m. most nights, unless I say otherwise. Junior says, I watched one Blue Non vid to the end on TikTok and kept on getting astrology, planet, and retrograde stuff. What? Dude, that's so insane. The fact that people are like looking at Cosmo maps in order to determine like what's next for the US government. It's like, dude, our government is run by literal narcissists who can't stay off social media. Like, they'll just tell you. You know what I mean? Like, and also all of them are associated with Silicon Valley hucksters. Like, you only have to be like 1 or 2 steps removed from that circle of power to like get a pretty reliable ear on like what they're probably gonna do. Let me see here. Jinx says, I honestly foresee us heading towards what the Dominican Republic was under Trujillo. I actually don't know much about that, Jinx, so you would have to drop it in the comments to let us know. Junior says, CORNHUB knows about AO3. Hell yeah, I know about AO3, brother. Jonah L says, sort of yeah, for the rad lives. Oh my god, dude, that sucks. Kale Soup says, yes, the conspiracy theories about Hillary are crazy. I remember that. Y'all, please tell me. Please tell me what the conspiracy theories were about Hillary Clinton after the 2016 election. I was like 18 at the time. I literally do not remember it all. The Glenn Crack Show says, plenty of them will sign up for that deal. Yeah, dude, for real. M says, we're the same age. It was just people in denial that Trump won. I mean, like, dude, in 2016, like, I could kind of see it, honestly. Because, like, the Pod Save America sphere hadn't even really started yet. You know, people were looking for any answer to at least make it feel like that there was some sort of explanation for Trump. That's where all the like memification and like the shame culture of Trumpism came in. You know, the whole like shut up Cheeto head and like Donnie Moscow came in. So I kind of get it then, but like in 2025, guys, like that's embarrassing. Let me see here. Junior says, drop the AO3 username. I need some new fake. Absolutely not. I will not drop my AO3 username. But just know I'm on there. I'm on there lurking with all of you. RH Hattie says, some people rallying for Hillary to fight the Electoral College in a death. Hillary Clinton fucking walking into the Electoral College like with a cane and then revealing that the cane is like a giant katana. That's exactly what I need, honestly. And calling everyone sexist because she was the best candidate. I mean, damn. Glenn Crackshow says it was Mueller she wrote. JFK, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. The Mueller she wrote woman and her staff are so insane because they're on Blue Sky. And you know what, guys? I gotta just be real. Blue Sky sucks ass. Like until Blue Sky makes it easy to upload at least 90-second videos, it's terrible. And I don't know what has to happen. I understand it's a protocol. I understand that like its algorithm doesn't work the same if it even works at all. But like Blue Sky is so radlib coded in the worst ways. Like I don't want to say radlib or liberal is like a total pejorative because I understand that like lots of Americans like identify with that term. But like it is specifically like radlib. It is specifically for people like Mueller she wrote. You know what I mean? It is specifically for 4am Club people. It is specifically for people who look at Rachel Maddow as like a symbol of the resistance. People who unironically would buy the fucking pearls that Ruth Bader Ginsburg wore. You know, like, oh my God, I hate it so much. And when you try to actually engage with these people in their comments and be like, I don't think that you're like fairly analyzing the full scope of how democratic politics are like responsible for its own outcomes. Oh my God, the level that they will just dog your ass, dude. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And that sucks too, because like I wanted so badly for Blue Sky to be a place where like leftists and liberals could kind of like start meeting in the middle a little bit and at least like talking to each other. But no, liberals have like no interest in engaging that platform in any more of a good faith effort than they do on Twitter, which sucks ass. Let me see here. Nut Viver says, oh my God, I would get a balloon on TikTok on my For You page randomly every few since the election, and it was just hard to watch. Oh my God, dude, so real. Jonah L says, someone said Blue Sky is a millennium retirement home, and like, yeah, dude, I know. The Glenn Crack Show says it is packed with the worst blue heart spam. Dude, I know. Blue Sky is like so Pod Save America specifically coded. You know what I mean? I remember that somebody tagged me on Blue Sky like a few days after one of my TikToks went viral, where I was like shitting on Pod Save America for their interview with Hassan, and people were like Blue Sky posting about that TikTok, but weren't able to post it because that TikTok was too long. And that was so funny to me because people were just like totally okay, to say misremembering is like not even real. Like they were just like making shit up about like what was happening inside of the Pod Save America interview as well. And it was so dumb because it's like, guys, just admit that they were not really engaging with Hassan in a way that was like at least acknowledging the reality of what he said. Just why do we gotta BS each other about it, man? The Glenn Crack Show says Facebook giant text picture post. I know, dude. I know. Blue Sky like really is the epitome of like shut up Cheeto head, and like you got to watch out for Donnie Moscow. Like it really is. Jig says Trujillo was a terrible dictator from 34 to 61 and did the whole secret police armed militias along the border. He did the Parsley massacres. Oh damn. Okay. So I do know what you're talking about then. It was you had to have a picture of him in your house. Oh yeah. Dude, for real. Junior says, still think all the Blue Anon theories are hilarious, especially the ones analyzing comments. But dude, oh my God, my absolute favorite fucking one. My absolute favorite video I ever saw about Blue Anon, just so you guys can all laugh with me about this, was a woman who was analyzing a photo Kamala Harris had posted to Twitter of her sitting on the floor playing Connect 4 with her nieces. And she was like, look, she's wearing what? A Howard University hoodie, which was where? The same place that she had her watch party on election night. And look, her hair's up in a messy bun, just like how the justice system is messy right now. And she's smiling. She's smiling, which is not feasible or reasonable for that matter if you just lost the election to a fascist. And why do you connect 4? Because she's a prosecutor who connects the dots. That was real, dude. That's like a real video that somebody made, And I remember watching it at the time, and I had commented under this video, and I was like, the exact comment I remember leaving was bro's onto something, X emoji, bro is on something, check mark emoji, and that person and her followers booed the hell out of me. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude, I love it so much. You know what? It's going to be really, really funny. It's going to be so funny when Biden eventually does kick the bucket, just because people will come out of the woodwork to like do the same thing that they did when George H.W. Bush died. They will come out of the woodwork to be like, he's a great man, Savannah. He's a good man, a decent man, and it's like, yeah, well, I mean, like Trump's president now, and transgender people can't serve in the military, and also there's a national emergency on the southern border. Like how good of a man could he be, dude? When I just think about the fact that Biden had internal polling 2 years ago that said he was going to lose by 400 electoral votes, it does make me kind of want to wring his neck a little bit. I'm going to be honest, like, because at that point, like, you can't even lay up the public service argument to me, right? Like, that's just a narcissist. That's all that is. Let me see here. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Junior says not that one. LMAO. Yes. God_ says, oh my God, I saw that. Yeah. Kale Soup says, oh my God, yes, the Connect 4 one. I know the Connect 4 video is so hilarious. Holy shit. JJ the G-Quil says, LMAO, I saw that. Yeah, dude. The Glenn Crack Show says very Swifty coded. I mean, dude, like since the election, every video that Blue Anon or their associates have made has been very Swifty coded. Ratty says, oh yeah, that was unbelievable. Dude, really. Jonah L says, we got to start having secret meetings again that would boil J. Edgar Hoover's blood. I mean, I'm down if you are, man. Tell me where. Dale just laughs a lot. I know, dude. First name bunch number says corn. Dude, hell yeah, brother. I just gotta drink a little sip of my appy juice. Cat in the Hat says, I'm just sad they didn't do lib Jan 6. I mean, dude, okay. Like I say in my Substack, by the way, guys, in case you don't know, I operate a free Substack, which is totally free, always going to be 100% free. I will never paywall anything. The only thing that is paywalled is access to a private Discord where you can talk to me directly all the time. And it's $5 a month, by the way. I will never raise that price ever. I only get $3 out of that $5, $1 Substack, $1 to taxes, just so you know. But on my Substack, I was literally saying that, like, listen, at least the right wing, for all of its faults and all of its terrors, at least they do shit. At least they stand on business. At least they actually take their own political philosophy to its logical conclusion. Like liberals over here literally saying, Our rights are being eroded. We have no sense of security anymore. The government has been taken out from under our feet, and the only answer is to like stay home. Not that inspiring, I would say. Let me see here. Let me see. Nut Viber says, I remember being pissed when Biden announced he was running again, but I had bigger shit going on. And as time went on, I was like, are we dead ass right now? Yeah. Yeah, dude. I remember when Biden announced that he was going to keep running as well. And I was just like, oh, we're done then. We're done. I mean, ask anybody who knows me in real life too, and they'll tell you, like, from the moment that I knew that Biden was going to keep running, which was like, I think mid 2022, like at that point, I was like, oh, no, actually, I think it was like right after the midterms. And I was like, oh, well, then 100%, like, we are going to get annihilated. Like, there's no way that Biden is going to be able to do this in 2 years from now. And ultimately, even Trump knows that, because Trump literally said in his inaugural address, we won all 7 swing states. Okay, they swung, and they swung back to me. um, Glenn Crackshow says, can we write an AO3 of the lib J6? I don't want that. I don't want a lib J6 AO3. Not unless it ends in something so sacrilegiously spicy that I feel like I have to wash out my eyes with soap. You know what I mean? Like if there's going to be an AO3 or Wattpad fanfic about libjan6, it needs to be so salacious, okay, that it makes it possible for the pregnant man corn emoji to be real. Do you understand? Let me see. Junior says, the Glenn Crack Show says, I'm on it. See, this is how I know we're all gonna get deported. God underscore says, for libs, the answer is to post about it. Dude, I know, for real. The Glenn Crack Show says, I also love how all of a sudden Robert Reich has clash consciousness. I mean, okay, to be fair, Robert Reich has been posting on Instagram and TikTok for like years about like pretty lefty things. So there is that. First name bunch of numbers says, say subscribe to the Real Corn Pop in a Trump voice. Okay, just because you asked me to. Subscribe, and frankly, subscribe to the Real Corn Pop. That's all I got. Cat in the Hat 145 says Trump and Elon Yowie reveal. Jinx says, why does the woke left wants you to believe? The Glenn Crack Show says, look, I've written fanfics about lol cows. That's terrible. Is that true? Have you really? Sarah says pregnant says corn papa. Listen, if we're gonna have a corn papa shorthand, it's got to be the corn emoji first and then the pregnant man. Okay, because otherwise this just reads pregnant dad corn, which really sounds like a shorthand for pregnant dad porn. Okay, which you are corn papa. Exactly. Junior says Biden, Kamala, and Trump get freaky at the end of the Lib Jan 6 frick. Kamala and Kamala impregnates Trump with the second coming of Christ. I know this because of Connect 4. Yeah, for sure. Oh my God, Jinx, I love so much. I was actually saying this to my fiance earlier today. I love so much that there's already shorthand in my chats between TikTok Live and YouTube Live for stupid ass in jokes like you are corn papa, because that was just a spur of the moment thing that y'all made me do, and already now there's been 3 nights in a row where we've had it, which is so funny. Let me see here. The Glenn Crack Show says this is a robe open live chat. I mean, yeah. Listen, like we gotta keep it robe open for sure. We gotta keep that kimono open. The Glenn Crack Show says mine is tall girl and pro mania doing oh my God, doing Eiffel Tower on Steve Miller. Hell yeah, brother. I Steve Miller seems like a bottom. Let's just be real about that, right? Like Steve Miller is a twink. Okay, he's a twink in waiting, which is why he has that big shiny head. That way you have a big target to practice where to place your nut. All right, let's just be honest about that. Nut Virus says it's so funny. Jinx says, wait, are you married or just engaged? You've said both wife and fiance before. It's all the same. Let's just be honest. It's all just words. No, I mean, she's my fiance. The Glenn Crack Show says power bottom. I don't think so. I don't think that I don't think Glenn Crack Show is throwing Glenn Crack Show. I don't think that Steve Miller is throwing butt. You know what I mean? I think he's just like limply having I think he's Taylor Swifting it. Hold on, let me see if I can do it real quick. I think he's doing this, just does that make sense to everybody? Hold on, let me like try it like this. It's like I think if Steve Miller is like doing anything, hold on, I think I just have to get more in frame. He's like that, you know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. I'm trapped. No, not really. I'm not really trapped at all. Let's see. Cat in the Hat 145 says Trump and Preg grand finale. Dude, honestly, I would love to see it. The Glenn Crack Show says that's fine. That's the Cord Pop we all know. Hell yeah, brother. Junior says for free. What for free? I didn't do anything really. I didn't show you all my feet. You know, I'm not like China. You know, or see China. I can be if you want though. What was it? Omega versus Trump. Omega versus Trump. I have no response for Omega versus Trump, actually. I'm going to move on from that. How do I delete somebody's comment? Can I do that? Let me see. Can I delete someone's comment? No, I can only, I can remove it. Okay. I'm not even going to remove it. Just for posterity. Junior says, Elon is his alpha. First name bunch number says, I need an Omega versus Trump. Okay. We get it. We get that you want Omega versus Trump. I understand. Okay. I don't think that Omega versus Trump is going to do anything. I feel like that if Trump knew he had an Omega verse fanfic written about him too, I feel like that at that point, we would probably get an executive order that outlaws reading. You know what I mean? I don't think we need that. Skylar Everett says for sure a beta with a complex. Yeah, dude, 100%. Y'all give it up for apple juice real quick. Just give it up for some apple juice. Damn, I can't believe that there really wasn't like a big FBI moment, because I was really thinking I was going to put a whole Hummer in my rectum, to be honest. Man, I'm so glad YouTube hasn't decided to just like preemptively demonetize me. That's really nice of them. The Glenn Crack Show says Bannon Bannon or Mike Pence or both of them. No, actually, that's what it'd be. Bannon and Mike Pence would definitely be in the cuck chair, just kissing very, very quietly, maybe crying a little. You know, I definitely think that's true. God, I love the rumors too that like Mike Pence is actually super gay. I don't know what it is about it, but like as a bisexual man, like I feel like I have something of a gaydar, and like something about that man just says like, oh, he's gay. You're gay. You're gay. Okay. You're gay. Yeah. Guys, we're here in the last 6 minutes of this wait, the tractor video. Wait, I have to look that up. Do you guys know what the tractor video is? What the fuck? Tractor video of Mike Pence. Mike Pence in Iowa on a tractor. Hold on, I gotta watch this. Give me a second. Let's hold on. Let's just live stream this with everybody in here. Alrighty. That was very interesting. Yeah, that guy looked like that guy looked uncomfortable, and Mike Pence did kind of look like he wanted to kiss that man. So that was a little interesting. McGlynn Crack Show says it's so bi-coded. No, oh my god, for real. M says Pence gives Anderson Cooper gay vibes. Yeah, 100%. 100%. You, I heard from nowhere that Mike Pence and Anderson Cooper actually love to sneak away from press events to do a little tongue action. You know, but you didn't hear that from me or anywhere for that matter. Dale says Mike Pence in the tractor. Oh my god, he was so smitten. Yeah, I mean, he saw a working man, you know, and he was just like, guys, let's be real. What does Indiana grow a lot of? Corn, right? And Mike Pence saw a man on a tractor, and just like all of you, he was like, let me help you shuck that corn. I didn't even want to pay $10 a month for it, you know? He just wanted to help that man shuck some corn. Is that so wrong? I thought that's what America was for. Just to have a little bit of a Randy Marsh moment for a second. What? Is this illegal? I thought this was America. I'm sorry. I thought this was America. Oh my god. Tractor Corn Papa. Oh man. Y'all, I think I'm gonna buy the website domain name cornhub.com. Would you guys like that? Would you guys come hang out with me on cornhub.com if I started hosting my live streams through there? Guys, drop some corn emojis in the chat if you would hang out on cornhub.com. Drop some corn emojis if you would make cornhub.com one of your most visited sites on your desktop or mobile devices. Oh my god. Oh, it's so funny. Somebody's believe it or not, somebody has not already bought that. It's just really expensive, but I'm kind of willing to do it because I think that that's like an awesome brand to have. Cornhub. There's just so much funny shit I would do. I mean, is that the answer? Take over CORNHUB with political videos? Yeah, hell yeah, brother. Jinx says my FBI agent and Chinese spy would both be so confused. Rachel says it's restricted in so many states now. Well, no, Pornhub is. CORNHUB, however, is just a nice, wholesome place where we all get together and talk about corn, about the big yellow stalks. We talk about shucking. What are y'all about shucking? Huh? That's what I thought. Guys, we have 3 minutes left in this live stream. I invite you, as always, in the close. Actually, we have 2 minutes left. Wait, hold on. Jinx says, I've got a secret, y'all. I actually hate corn. Y'all, drop a bomb emoji for Jinx so that way that they know that we're gonna drop a bomb on their house. Rachel says, LMAO, I thought you were using code. No, Rachel, I'm talking about CORNHUB. Corn, CORN hub. Let me see. Junior says shucked or unshucked. Whatever you want. Chloe Cat says wholesome for sure. Hell yeah, brother. We're gonna talk about some cornhole in there for sure. Sleepyhead says, you ever shuck corn center? All right, guys, we are in the last probably minute and a half now of this live stream. And as I ask at the end of every live stream, please rate this live stream 1 through 10. 1 is in, I can't believe I gave you any of my time, Corn Pop. And 10 is, I would give you all my time, Corn Pop. And let me know if there's anything you would like me to really do better or do differently next time. It's always going to be helpful for me to hear feedback directly from the audience. So it's great for me to hear straight from the source, Let me see. Jinx says, actually 4 out of 10. You're going to send me a bomb. For that one, we're going to send you 2. Everyone drop another bomb for sure. But guys, is there anything else you want to ask me? Anything else you guys want to say to me while I have you? Please, speak now or forever hold your peace until tomorrow. Anything y'all want to say besides bomb? Bomb. Wait, have you guys seen that? Of course. I had to show you guys howdy. Of course. Wait, hold on. Yes, I know. I'm gonna show you the puppy. Hold on. Howdy. Come here. The audience wants to see you. Yes. Oh, yep. He's gonna stretch on his dad. Hi, buddy. Wow, you smell like a dog. Bro, he's such a big dog. Yes, the puppy tax. I know. He's a big man. Mwah! I love you, Howdy. Howdy. Do you know how much I love you, boy? Yeah? Okay, good boy. Mwah! He's got that dog in him. Yeah, he does have that dog in him. Yeah, it's Howdy. I know first name bunch of numbers. I know. Wait, before anybody else goes, I just want to know, does anybody else remember that clip from Alex Jones? I don't know what the context is, but he's just looking I'm just gonna do it again. Feel free to clip this out of context, I guess. But he just does this. He goes, Jew. This shit cracks me up, dude. Oh my god. Because like that man's insane. That man's brain is made of oatmeal. You know what I'm saying? But all right. I'm gonna go before the woke left cancels me. All right. Love y'all. See you tomorrow.